series looking at how Bill and Hillary Clinton used the Clinton Foundation to further their professional and personal agendas. The FBI had long been investigating Hillary Clinton's use of private email as Secretary of State for clues into possible links between the Clinton Foundation and State Department business. As you're about to see, those FBI agents were not the only ones peering into what's been called the Clinton blur, the controversial mix of money and politics, diplomacy and personal interest, all so interconnected that it's easy to get lost.
It's so hard when you look at the Clintons to try to figure out where the charity ends and begins, where their profit-making ends and begins, and where their official powers as Secretary of State or Senator ends and begins. And the problem is they all get blurred together.
Peter Schweizer, author of Clinton Cash, took us through a number of these cases.
Beginning in 2009, the Swedish telecom giant Ericsson is coming under increasing pressure in the United States because it's selling telecom equipment to repressive governments around the world. In the midst of all of this, they decide to pay Bill Clinton to give a speech for the first time ever. They pay him a whopping $750,000.
Soon after, Hillary Clinton's State Department urged new, broader sanctions against Iran. But the guidelines did not include telecom, which is Ericsson's business. Ericsson told us President Clinton was chosen for his perceived strong attraction power and selected from a list of many potential speakers with crowd pull. The company has told Fox News the conversation regarding Iran had no impact on this decision. In June 2010, Bill Clinton was in Colombia.
Bill Clinton meets with the then president of Colombia, Uribe, to discuss matters in private. What's curious is that Hillary Clinton is in Colombia at the same time. And after Bill leaves the presidential palace, Hillary Clinton comes in and has lunch with the president of Colombia, where she signs some technical agreements and explains her commitment to a free trade agreement between Colombia and the United States.
The very same trade agreement she had pledged to defeat while running for president in 2008.
As I have said for months, I oppose the deal. I have spoken out against the deal. I will vote against the deal, and I will do everything I can to urge the Congress to reject the Colombian free trade deal.
Also in Colombia with Bill Clinton was Frank Giustra, a billionaire businessman and family friend. Let's go down the timeline as you have it.
Frank Giustra, a Canadian billionaire, arrives in Colombia with Bill Clinton on June 8th, 2010. Hillary, at that same time, meets with President Uribe. What's troubling is in that the days that follow, Frank Giustra, who is one of the largest contributors to the Clinton Foundation, sees not one, not two, but actually three of his companies get major concessions from the Uribe government in Colombia.
Neither President Uribe or Frank Giustra ever responded to our requests for comment. In May 2015, Giustra did release a statement that said, in part, suggestions that his contributions to the Clinton Foundation were made to further his business interests are not true. After the 2010 earthquake in Haiti, the Clintons pushed for a wireless, phone-based money transfer system, a useful way to allow friends and relatives to send money into the ravaged nation.
The problem is the chief beneficiary from the Clintons' initiative is a company called Digicel that is owned by Dennis O'Brien.
O'Brien is an Irish billionaire who made his money in the telecom industry.
Shortly after the Clintons began reconstruction in Haiti and began handing out contracts, sometime during that period of 2010 or 2011, he made a multi-million-dollar contribution to the Clinton Foundation.
Digicel told us they, quote, entered the Haitian market in May 2006 via a legitimate license tender process and built a very successful business from that point on. They are just a few of the many stories Schweizer documents in his book. And in his research, there's something he noticed about the payments.
Bill Clinton's average speaking fee is somewhere around $175,000 to $200,000 over the years. The problem is that once Hillary becomes Secretary of State in 2009, the number of big paydays where he gets paid $500,000 or more to give a speech, one speech, overseas, increases dramatically.
Up next, I'll go over to the big board and check